about 5 new effects in Ableton Live, one of those being our multiband dynamics. We've also got our frequency shifter. We're introducing a brand new limiter, a brand new overdrive that I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Taking that classic guitar pedal technology, bringing that into Live 8 and Suite 8. So now you can see I've got multiband dynamic, new device down here in our device view. Let's go ahead and launch a scene here in our classic familiar session view inside Live 8. So the multiband dynamics is actually 6 processors in one. Okay, so you can see I've got high, mid, and low. Let's go ahead and turn this on. I've got it over here on my master section inside Ableton. Here we go. So immediately you see some very, very gratifying results here from our high band. Take that out. Now we're 2. Take our low band out. And now we've got one simple, elegant dual processor compressor expansion happening in our mid band. We can bring our high in. And now if you take a close look, right down here in our device view with the multiband dynamics, you can see that I can mouse over our attenuation. And I've got real-time parameter value working as I'm moving my cursor up and down. So I've got both a visual and audio representation working inside multiband dynamics. I can also work with expansion as well. And I can also set up some macros so I can open and work in real time across all 3. Very, very elegant. I've also got real-time attack and release working globally across the entire device as well. So that's a quick look at our multiband dynamics. Let's talk about another one. It's our overdrive feature. We've taken those classic Stompbox pedal sounds from those pedals that we worked with in the 70s and 80s. We've integrated that into a new effect in Ableton Live. So let's go ahead and launch a scene once again. The best way to show it, just fire it off. I'm going to actually solo track 1 in just a second. Let's go ahead and launch a guitar clip. Everybody hear that okay? So a nice dry, kind of funky strat sound going there. Now down below in our device view, you can see we've got our new overdrive effect. So let's kick that on. So we've got our drive attenuation, we've got our dynamics all built in, our tone parameters as well. We can go to another clip. There we go. Let's bring in the other tracks around that. We'll launch scene 4. Hear it all working together. So overdrive, another new device inside Suite 8 and Live 8, bringing that classic 70s and 80s Stompbox pedal technology into Ableton Live. We've also, if we go up to our audio effects browser, you can see that we're introducing our frequency shifter as well. There it is. So we're working with ring modulation, working with all kinds of spacey effects and things that you get with working with the different frequencies inside this particular plugin. And I also want to introduce limiter. Speaks for itself. Stick that on the master bus, put it on the back side of your audio, working as a limiter should, attenuating, bringing those levels down, taking care of those peaks. So we've got overdrive, frequency, shifter, limiter, the multiband dynamics that I showed you first. And last but not least, let's call it one of my favorites, our 5th effect being announced in Ableton Live 8 and Suite 8. It's the new vocoder. A lot of you are familiar with this technology. Been using it for years and years. Ableton is integrated into Live 8, making things really, really easy to work with. Let's go ahead and double click on track 1. We'll bring this new device in. Here we are, vocoder down below. Let's go ahead and just play it and give you an idea of what this sounds like. Alright, so track 1, we've got up to 40 different bands to work with. Don't want to get too technical. As you can see, I'm shaping this out. I've got all kinds of different parameters to work with, retro mode. I've also got Formant technology parameters to work with. But I can also input in real time right here on track 2, use that as my carrier. So we're going to go ahead and let the track play. I'm going to input in real time just from my keyboard input from the keyboard itself. So I'm going to arm track 2. Here we go. So I'm just going to input that as well. So we're very convenient sidechain input. If I go back to the vocoder, you can see here, where am I bringing my audio from? Track 2, vocoder key code input. So, vocoder, taking that technology that's been around a long time, been a little bit difficult to work with and integrate into a lot of the programs just because of a lot of connections and whatnot, working with different parameters. Ableton Live 8 and Suite 8 makes that really easy with the new vocoder. So we'll play one more scene here, give you an idea of what's... There you go.